Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to episode 5 of my FIFA 16 Road to Glory. Now to open the episode, you can see here, we actually bought Rafinha. He's a cam, by default I think he's actually a centre mid though, so the 800 coins that we pay for him is really good. From what I could see, he was going for about over 1,000 at the time, so it was really good. We got him on a buy it now, just searched him up and he came up. Mathieu or whatever, I think it's Mathieu, from Barcelona. He's a centre back. Now, I think he used to play left back or whatever, but he's got pretty decent pace. He's pretty tall. He's got the good work rate, so I think he's a great purchase for us at centre back there. I did have to pay about 2.7 for him, which might be a little bit too much, but I think that's just what he was going for at the time, and I wanted to get him in, and he was cheaper than the other centre backs for that position. Now we did pick up Alves at centre back there. You can see we listed him at I think it was just like pretty much just 100 coins more than what we paid for him or so. I'm not really looking to, trade with him or anything. We just happened to pick more than what we needed for him, because we just wanted to make sure we got one of them and then put in a bid for a better version of him, maybe with more contracts, whatever it was. We ended up winning both of them, so that's the reason we ended up with two. And I think Rigo, the striker, was there as well. He was listed with all those guys. So all those players we're getting a run this episode. You can see here, connection was lost for this guy. Now, I'm showing the stats here. This was a game where I was actually a bit bummed that the guy left, because I was pretty sure that I was going to win this one quite comfortably. It just been pretty much me. You saw he had no shots, nothing on target, just no shots in general. Possession was crap. Like, I was all over this guy, and I think he knew he should leave this one. But it was just really annoying because, yeah, like I said, it was pretty much an easy win, and we're 13-0 at the moment. Would have been 14-0 in my opinion. So up to Division 8 as well, I should mention, seeing as we got promoted and we won the title last episode in episode 4. So the opponent should be a little bit harder. Looking at this side, I don't really know the side. I think he's just got a bunch of like random players or whatever. This looks pretty much what it is. Maybe not quite a default side you get at the start. Maybe he opened some of those packs like I did when you first make your ultimate team, if you've played it before or whatever. But right here, Vidal, our right mid, comes up with a pretty nice tackle there on Barber. I think he's a left back from Chelsea there, and he ends up getting brought down in the box. Now the roulette didn't really work out as I would have hoped, but it did work out in the sense that we got a penalty. And then Rodrigo, in his first game for us, his first game's the last game, but the first proper game for us, he ends up slotting home a penalty. So it's working out pretty well for us so far. And Rafinha also making his debut for us. Gets it to Gomes, who isn't making his debut. He's been with us nearly from the start there. But it would have been nice if we could have finished that one. I think we probably should have finished that one, to be honest with you. Now right here, Carrasco is up against Ashley Williams currently. Williams is backing off, or this guy is backing off, I should say. And we get brought down in the box, which I was thinking, is that a penalty? But it ends up falling back to Carrasco, and we belt the shit out of that ball straight at the keeper. I don't know exactly who the keeper was, but I could not believe that was saved. Probably should have just went for the across the goal rather than try and belt it, but we didn't do that. And Rodrigo should have made it 2-0, but he didn't. And it looks like we're just going to have to try and hold on for a 1-0 victory. I mean, I say hold on, but it's been all us. You can see through all the highlights. It's just been all us, really. And Rafinha, one final chance here, puts it across the face, a goal. And it was not quite cleaned up, but they did make contact with it. And Barini had a chance right there from a free kick, but we do pick up a 1-0 victory against a Rowdy Eggplant, and what a team that is. A team name that is, I should say. And yeah, you can see there's the side that we went with, no subs or anything, and Mensah picking up man of the match. It's quite hard to say who got man of the match. I mean, we had so many opportunities to score. You would think that the attackers probably not so much, but I don't know, the defenders don't usually get man of the match on this game for some reason. But we get the first 3 points of the episode and of this division in Division 8, so that's really nice. We got a 1-0 record, so we decided to go ahead and invest in our team a little bit more, because I feel like we have 13,000 coins, whatever it was, after that, because we paid 1.9 thousand for Felipe Luis from Atletico Madrid, and we bring in Koke, I think his name is. I know who he is, I just can't forget the pronunciations now that I'm doing the commentary. But yeah, I think they're definitely two players I had an eye on right from the start, right from when I knew I was doing a BBVA side to start off with, especially Koke. Really, because there's not really many good cams in this game, which is, it's a little bit weird, but that it just is what it is. There's not that many good cams, as why Rafinha, who's by default a centre mid, is in the cam spot. But you can see here we did go into the Movember Cup, which sort of gives you a time frame now of when I was playing this. Now, at the time of recording this commentary, it was pretty much like a few days ago when this goes up. I'm not really sure exactly when it is, but Movember Cup was up obviously for the Movember time, and I think it was up for about 3 days or so. It's probably gone by now. I'd say it's definitely gone by the time this is going up. But the first thing that happened in this game, the first thing of note, was a penalty, and Torres is going to step up and put it straight down the throat of De Gea. And I did notice that this guy did have lots of loan players. I think De Gea was one of them. There's a fair few other players. It wasn't all Premier League side. The only requirement you had to have in this game was that that you had to have 100 chemistry. So, you know, it's not a lot of restrictions or anything. You can pretty much go with whatever. And you see right on the stroke of half time, we've got another chance here for Vidal, sort of going up against Ramirez. He's working out pretty well so far, but Gomes gets it to Carrasco, who ends up getting the ball saved initially, but Rafinha probably should have ended up heading that one home, but he didn't end up doing that. I suppose I can't blame him because it just, you know, Rafinha's not really known for his headers. But right there in hindsight, it's not something that I knew initially, but I really should have just played the ball down to the bottom left of the screen to my right wing. Vidal probably is who it was, but we didn't end up doing that. Went for a shot, which it was sort of like one of those ones where we just panicked because of the situation where he, you know, brought out his keeper, sort of panicked and just took a shot, but obviously held it down way too long. Now right here, Mangala brings us down the box. It was Torres who sort of just went around the defenders, and you see he's picking up his second yellow card. Mangala was actually the player who brought us down initially for the first penalty. He saved the first one, he cannot save the second one. I thought he's doing the same sort of thing as what he did in the first penalty. I mean, there was a part of me that thought, is he just trying to bait me into doing the exact same thing, or do I go for something different? Is that what he wants? I didn't know what was happening, but we decided to just go for it, and it worked out pretty well. And then we followed up with a really nice goal there. I think it was Carrasco with the Ronaldo chop. He's got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. That's why I'm pretty happy with him in that left mid position. But he did really nice work there. It's just the finish. He's lacking the finish, as is many players in our side. Just me in general, I think he's lacking the finish. But Koke is going to end up scoring this goal, and that is game over pretty much. It's 3-0. There's no way you can come back from that at this time. Maybe if there was a bit more time, you could, but it's just not going to happen. And Torres looking to pick up another goal here. We really should have done a lot better. It's just, once again, the finishing is off. Everything else is fine. So we did the, I can't remember if it was step overs, whatever it was, the body feint step overs, whatever it was. That was all really nice. It's just the finish. Once we get that under control, we should be like nearly unstoppable in this game. But Carrasco picks up man of the match as the dude rage quit, which I don't really blame him. 3-0 down. You're not coming back from that. And we do pick up another 1,598 coins. Now, apologies if I end up running out of these like bonus coin sort of things. They're just things that I sometimes forget to record and that sort of stuff. So basically, if you just see a constant thing, it's just meaning that I'm going through the catalog and buying more of those 1,000 coin boosts per game sort of thing. So it might not show it every episode or anything like that, or every time it even happens, but just bear with me. It's definitely happened. So anyways, moving on to the next round, we're taking on a guy who's got the Arsenal logo. He's called Yaganizia. And I will say, if you didn't catch it at the start, go back and have a look. I know it went through pretty quickly, but he actually has a guest playing, which I kind of saw last minute as I'd already sort of read it up, and I was thinking, oh shit, I don't really have too many good experiences against guest. The reason being is, obviously it's really hard when you got players, you know, you got two people pressuring the defender, because you can hold the RB or the R1 for PlayStation 4, which is like me, hold R1, and that will bring a defender towards you. Plus you got your own player, and if you're doing that with two players, you got maybe three players on you at one time, just shutting down all areas. Now he's up 2-0. He's had two shots, two incredible shots. Oh sorry, the second one was really incredible. The first one was just lucky. I don't know how Giroud got so open, to be honest with you. Don't usually concede too many goals from headers, but it is 2-0 currently, looking for a goal, and that's just the same thing. Need to finish those sort of plays. But right here, I cannot believe this. Karim Benzema on the ball, just turns around, not quite first times, but he takes a little bit of a touch and just bangs it in. I could not believe it. There's a replay of it. I was so mad when this went in, but at the same time, I was kind of like, what can I do? What can I do? But I will say, like I said, he's playing with a guess, but I kind of felt maybe the guess, well, they're both pretty good, but obviously if there's a guest, I mean, there has to be some sort of weakness to it, and I discovered that going the attacking route, changing my setup to the attacking mentality, whatever it is, it really worked out quite well. So we picked up one goal already. I didn't catch who it was who actually scored, but Rodrigo puts it across the face of goal, but he wins it back there, and maybe could have got a better finish off. I know it was a tough angle to go, but yeah, probably should have done a lot better. But right here, this is just what I'm talking about with the guest. It is kind of, the ball is in that sort of situation, it's hard to sort of realize who's got the ball at the time. So, in those sort of situations, take advantage of it. And we went in for the tackle. We reacted pretty quickly to realizing that the ball's a little bit too far ahead, and it is 3-2. We are very quickly back in this game. It is a very real possibility of scoring an equalizer right here, and Croquet ends up scoring that equalizer that we're talking about there, and it is 3-all. Who could have believed that we could come back from this sort of scoreline? 3-0 down against Guess. They were pressuring really hard, but like I said, we found the weakness. And that is they can't defend. They can't handle it when there's lots of players in motion, and that's exactly what happens here. Rodrigo should be finishing that one, but I didn't quite catch who it was. I think it was Joe Hart who was in goal for them. He ends up saving that. Now right here, we're going to be launching another counter attack as we'd been doing. If they got to the end, they were pushing up lots of players because they had, they were controlling 2 players and that sort of stuff. So yeah, the counter was very, very deadly for us. Vidal got lots of pace. So yeah, it's just sort of hanging around the box. Now, the reason being you can win penalties and that sort of stuff. And he tries to clear it, and we end up scoring here. Rafinha puts us ahead with 3 minutes to go. And what a time to score, and what a time for Rafinha to just pop up there. And as you can see here, the guy bitches out, and he ends up quitting, which is exactly what someone like that would do. I mean, you're up 3-0, you're watching every single fucking replay, and you've taken 3 shots for 3 goals, and like I said, watching every replay, making sure it's, as frustrating as possible, and then as soon as you end up losing, you go and quit. Congratulations, HD Bubbles. But we end up getting 1,613 coins, as well as progressing to the next round of the Movember Cup, which I think is the semi-final. I think we got the semi-final, and then we got the final. So there's all the stats. You can see we were completely dominant and just weren't in the scoreboard, which was quite frustrating. But like I said, the guy was, they had 2 people, so defending, they could cover up each other pretty well. But yeah, that's where this video is going to end. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at MrLuke on 1T, Facebook page in the description below, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye guys.